I think the capital markets are always innovating, and I think it's important to leave them in a position where they can innovate. Capital markets are one of America's great strengths. The ability of the capital markets to deliver financial resources to worthy investments, worthy borrowers, is one of the things that has powered our economic future. But I think I think the balance of power has shifted too far away from the executive branch. That if you look at the sweep of the last 40 years of history, really going back to Vietnam and Watergate, we have systematically been reducing the power that the president and the executive branch has to actually do stuff. And we have been increasing the ability of Congress to not make that happen. I know from my own experience in autos that if we had not had the TARP $700 billion rescue fund, we would have not been able to save the autos. We probably would have been able to save the banks, and we would have had some form of an economic Armageddon. And so I understand the risks about excessive power being concentrated in an executive, but we do have elections. And I think if we want a government that's more resilient, if we want a government that's more effective, I think you have to empower the people who are charged with the operating responsibilities to actually do stuff. At least our government, regardless of party orientation, is having a harder and harder time dealing with these kinds of future things that don't have an immediate political payback, may have a financial cost, taking the easy path out. You mentioned healthcare. That's certainly a good example of where we're not setting ourselves up to be resilient in the future to absorb shocks. We're basically digging ourselves into a hole on healthcare that is going to simply encumber our ability to respond to other things going forward. Well, the Rockefeller Foundation has a wonderful lineage of what it's done in the past, and certainly under Judy Rodin's leadership has gone on to even greater successes, and this conference is just an example of the impressive work that the foundation does.